Hi. Hi. Welcome to ITE 130. I'm your instructor, Tom Feist. I'd like to take a few minutes and go over the syllabus because it's the most important document that I distribute in the class. Okay, so I've been teaching this class for about 5 years, so I've been around for a while, and I think I've seen just about everything. And I want to cover some of the high points in the syllabus. The syllabus is pretty long. It's about 10 pages. It's located in the course information section in Blackboard. If you haven't gotten that document, you really should. There's a couple of documents in there that you should get. One is the syllabus, one is the course outline, and there's a couple other ones, such as the grading rubrics for the grading and forums and whatnot. But let's talk for a minute, particularly about the syllabus. My preferred contact method is my faculty email, which is tmf22@email.vccs.edu. And like I said, it is my preferred contact method, and you should hear back from me within about 24 hours, Monday through Friday. On a lot of the weekends, though, I do run a studio, and so I have less availability on a lot of weekends, and so you're better at getting in touch with me Monday through Friday. Speaking of Monday through Friday, I also work full-time. I work for TCC full-time, and because of that, I require that you make an appointment if you're going to come in to see me. I have office hours every day, but normally what I try to do is if I'm going to see a student, I'll see one or two students, and I'll see you on my lunch break. So I ask that you contact me ahead of time and schedule an appointment. And I ask you to contact me by email in order to get an appointment if you do need to come see me. Because we're not in a face-to-face classroom, I know that sometimes it just helps to see someone. And so you can come see me anytime. I love meeting you all. But please, let me know ahead of time by email. Book your appointment by email. Okay, let's see. Scrolling down from the syllabus covers some of the topics that we talk about. Oh, this course is a 4-credit class. And so, I'm going to tell you right up front that if we were in a 16-week semester, we would meet for an extended period of time. And during a condensed summer session, we would meet multiple times per week if this was a face-to-face class. We're not meeting face-to-face, so this is an online class. It's 4 credits, and I'm saying, expect it to be a lot of work. And this is not going to be an easy class to take in a condensed format. I don't really take a lot of the material out for the summer semester. It's just due in a lot more rapid succession. So if you don't have a lot of time to dedicate to this class, it might not be a good choice for you to take in a condensed format like a summer or an 8-week session. All right, so scrolling down for course materials, the required things for this class: you need an internet connection. You need a reliable computer. You need access to your student email account, and you need to check it frequently. And you need to arrange or figure out what is your technology backup plan. You need access to an alternate computer in the event that your computer decides that it wants to catch a virus or that it wants to malfunction on you, because it will. That's just how technology goes. It now knows you're registered in an online course, and it's going to fail. So, get yourself access to an alternate, get your plan worked out. I recommend that you purchase a USB flash drive, especially if you're going to be going in between, if you're going to be like going from home to work, and you're going to be doing coursework at work. You should get yourself a flash drive, because then you can keep your files on that flash drive and you can take it back and forth with you. Something else that might be a good investment is headphones. If you are there's a lot of video material in this class, a lot of video material. So if you're going to be watching from a computer lab or at work, then you might want to have headphones so that you can listen and not be distracted. Okay, another big accessory, because I know that each semester more and more and more students are accessing this class by using their mobile devices. My strong recommendation is get yourself a Bluetooth keyboard. You can buy a Bluetooth keyboard for really about $20 to $25, and it's going to do you an amazing amount of good if you plan to participate in a majority of your coursework by phone. The Bluetooth keyboard will hook up to your phone, and it will enable you to have a full-size keyboard so that you can actually capitalize letters when they need to be capitalized, and write coherent thoughts rather than, pecking your way through that minute little keyboard. And I do know that a lot of you participate in this class by phone. I hold your answers to the same standard. I grade them by the same standard as someone who is using a keyboard. And because phone keyboards are so tiny, we have a tendency to be very brief with our remarks. We have a tendency not to capitalize, not to punctuate. And by having a Bluetooth keyboard paired to your phone, you are going to be a lot more successful in this course. I do list the text as optional. Okay, I don't plan to use the textbook that much. I'm going to tell you that straight off the bat. If you have the textbook, you might want to consider returning it if you haven't opened it yet. It is entirely possible to get an A in this course without utilizing the textbook. We will make use of a lot of resources that are out there on the internet for free, and so a lot of what's in the text is already outdated. So for that reason, I don't plan to make heavy use of it. And if you have it, you might want to get your money back for it. But tell them you dropped the class. Okay, do me a favor and tell them you dropped the class. Okay, so a little bit about me. I spent 10 years working for TCC as the college's webmaster, and I was part of the web team. And now I've ended up in Blackboard support. This is a new role for me, but I'm still involved in web and technology and all that kind of stuff. So I've been around this stuff since it began. So I have an acute familiarity with HTML and programming. But that's not all I teach. I also am credentialed to teach business at TCC. And I've taught business as well. I've traveled all around the world, and luckily, I taught 18 impoverished Cambodian elementary school teachers how to use the internet, and that's kind of where teaching this course was born. I came back from that trip, and the dean approached me and said, hey, I really would love for you to teach this class. And I thought, hey, if I can teach 18 people who don't even speak English how to use the internet, then I can teach you all. Really, luckily, the Cambodian word for Google is Google. So they ended up having to do a whole lot of learning on their end to catch up with all the lingo. So, nevertheless, it was a great experience and something that I'm forever thankful to have had. In my free time, I enjoy photography. I told you guys I run that studio, and I have a dog. He'll bark from time to time in the videos. I'm looking down because he was laying under the table here as I was recording the video. But you might hear him from time to time. And so let's go on to some of the other things. Assignments. The assignments are listed in the syllabus. They fit into different categories. I think all that is pretty self-explanatory. Grading, and I'm just kind of looking along the syllabus here as I'm recording the video. We're going to do a web project in the space of this course. It's broken into several pieces along the way to make it more manageable. And those web project checkpoints there's no late work accepted on those. they're either present at the time they're due or it is not. So I'm going to be pretty strict about that. Something else I'm going to be very strict about is I have gotten really tired of students cutting and pasting their responses from the internet. And it really, in the 5 years has just grown incredibly. And I have adopted a zero tolerance policy that if I catch that you have cut and paste any amount of your forum submissions from a website, I stop grading your entire unit and you just get a 0, period. And if if you do it a couple of times over the course of a semester, then I may turn you over to the dean for further academic action. If I catch you doing that on an exam, then I may turn you in to the dean at the first time you do it. And we'll submit our exams through something called SafeAssign. SafeAssign is an awesome program. You turn in your stuff and it goes out to the internet and it matches millions of websites. And it will, if you copy and paste, it is going to find that information. It is going to find that you did that and it's going to report it. And you'll see the report. You'll see the report and I'll see the report. If your percentage is 20% or more, I may not grade the assignment at all. So anything that you turn in through SafeAssign, there's no room for cut and paste, and I've had it with cut and paste. So there we go. SafeAssign, we've talked about that. My late work policy has toughened up to some degree. Discussion forums or assignments, they have a little bit of leeway in them. This is just anything that's in the category discussion forum or assignments. If you have 5 or fewer days late, is -1 per day, and 6 or more days late is 50%. So a 50-point assignment turned in 10 days late is 25 points maximum. That's if you got a 100, it becomes a 50. A 25, a 50 becomes a 25, which is 100% becomes a 50% once you're about 10 days late. And then once you're more than about 14 days late, I don't even want to grade it at that point because we've moved into a whole different area. And so I'm just not accepting anything that's after 14 days late. And then there are certain assignments like the web project checkpoints, which we've already talked about, that have no tolerance for being late. They're either there or they're not. And, that's all there is to it. Also, exams, I don't accept them late either. Okay. Weeks in this class run Sunday to Saturday. So new units will start on Sunday, and we run Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's due Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, starting at Sunday, 12 a.m. midnight, your assignment is late. Okay, and we have started the next unit. I do that strategically because then units touch 2 weekends. Okay, so when something funny happens because one weekend is a holiday weekend or one weekend you're out of town, you have access to that where you're able to, be an adult and understand that you've got a commitment on that other weekend and you can get your work done on the Sunday, the weekend prior to when the rest of the class is going to be turning things in. Make sense? So I do that on purpose so that assignment due dates and deadlines, they touch 2 weekends so that because the majority of you are going to do your work on this class on the weekend. And so by making it touch 2 weekends, I think it really helps us cover our bases better. So anyway, weeks run from Sunday to Saturday. Everything in a unit is due Saturday at 11:59 p.m. Okay. let's see, I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to just cover some of the high points. Phone posting, I talked a little bit about it earlier. Get yourself a Bluetooth keyboard. You will just be a lot more successful in this course, because I hold you to the same standard of quality whether you're posting from a phone or whether you're posting from a computer. There are certain things that we do in this class where you will not be able to do them with a phone. And so you just need to know that ahead of time, that if you don't have access to a computer, you may find it to be a challenge to do this class, because there are a number of components in the class that you can't complete without a computer. So, building a website, for example, FTP, running the Composer web program, you can't do those things from a telephone. So you're going to need to have, at the very minimum, your technology backup plan, so that you've got your plan and you can be successful in this class. Let's see. Never trust technology. Computers crash, flash drives get lost, files get corrupted, Blackboard times out. That happened to me today. And every time it happens, I swear it's the last time I'm ever going to let it happen to me. But it does. It happens. You'll type something, and then you'll hit the submit button, and you're not logged in. So you go log back in, and you just lost everything you did. Okay, for that reason, don't type anything in Blackboard. If you type anything, type it in Word or a word processor if you're on a Macintosh, and then when you're done, you copy it and you paste it into your Blackboard, into the forum, or into whatever it is that you're doing. Just do not trust technology. And maintain yourself a backup copy of everything that you do. Yeah. Let's see. To succeed in this class, you're going to need great time management. You're going to need self-discipline, and to stay on task. If you communicate with me, you can expect that you will hear back from me. You can check my ratings on ratemyprofessor.com. Some of the things that students say about me is that I'm very accessible and that I do actually get back to you. So if you email me, you're going to hear back from me. That being said, there are times during the semester when I am overrun with email, particularly around web project deadlines and due dates and such, where I may be slower to get back to you because a lot of you will choose to contact me during that time. Rest assured, though, you will hear back from me because I don't leave email unanswered. And so I think that's pretty much the basic gist of what I was going to say. Oh, there's one more important piece is my administrative withdrawal policy. I take this very seriously. If an early indicator to success in an online course is that you start out on a good foot. That's an early indicator of success. If you start the semester out behind, you almost never catch up. And so because of that, I'm committed to student success. And if you are not current, then on the first week, if you haven't completed all of your week 1 requirements in week 1, then I reserve the right to administratively drop you from the course, and that's not a punishment. That's me looking out for you, because I don't want you to not succeed, and I don't want you to lose your money for the course. And I take that very seriously. So start off on the right foot. And so aside from that, I think that there's a lot of other stuff in the syllabus, and a lot of it is required for me to put in there. But there's a syllabus quiz that's linked in Unit 0. You should print out your syllabus, print out the course outline, print out the grading in forums rubric, and then go in to Blackboard, take your exam. You can take the syllabus introduction quiz as many times as you need to score a 100%. And everybody should score a 100 because it's a free grade. Don't settle for less than 100. If you get a question wrong, just go in and retake that quiz. Aside from that, if you have any questions or concerns, you know how to reach me, tmf22@email.vccs.edu. Reach out to me. I'm there for you. Once again, welcome to class, and I'll see you in the virtual space.